Alright, what's going on, guys? Emilio back again, here to bring you another exciting theory. Today we're going to be talking about Frieza's possible scheme and how he could succeed in using the Super Dragon Balls and Earth Dragon Balls. So get ready, guys, this will be exciting. The Galactic Overlord Frieza has returned to the show once more after the Resurrection F arc, and this time with a purpose. So what is that purpose? Some might say to simply help out Universe 7 win the Tournament of Power. While this is partially true, I believe the writers of Toei brought him back for another purpose and with another scheme in mind. So to recap on how Frieza learned of the Super Dragon Balls, in episode 93, Goku goes to Hell to recruit Frieza as a 10th member. Goku tells Frieza about the prize. Frieza said he does not need the Super Dragon Balls and that the Earth Dragon Balls would do in resurrecting himself. Dende, when he took over as the Guardian of Earth, upgraded the Earth Dragon Balls to give them multiple wishes, but he never upgraded the dragon to where he can resurrect the same person twice. That was never stated in the manga or in the anime, so unless Dende upgraded this dragon off-scene again to allow him to wish people back more than once, Frieza has already been wished back with the Earth Dragon Balls. So the Earth Dragon Balls cannot wish Frieza back. Frieza would need the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish himself back, and Goku promised the Earth Dragon Balls. So the question is Goku playing Frieza? Well, Goku lied about the prize money to his friends, so would that also mean he lied to Frieza? In either case, either Goku is playing Frieza and pretends to forget that Earth Dragon Balls can only wish people back once, or they are both playing each other with Frieza having a plan in mind. Or maybe Goku actually forgot that the Earth Dragon Balls can only wish people back only once. Or maybe the Toei writers are the ones who are going to forget that rule of the Earth Dragon Balls. Okay, that was a joke. The Toei writers are actually notorious for forgetting stuff in this show. But anyway, moving forward. If Frieza summons the Earth Dragon, and the dragon says, "I cannot grant your wish," then will Goku do his classic hand behind the head with his eyes closed and laugh and say, "Oh, I forgot"? And will Frieza have a possible backup plan? I do believe that Frieza has a backup plan, but we will get to that later. So let's talk about what Frieza's wish might be with the Super Dragon Balls if somehow he is able to be the last warrior standing. The first part of Frieza's plan is to have Goku take out all the strong enemies. As you could see in episode 116, where he says in the beginning, "Keep getting stronger, Goku," and then later in that episode says, "Goku, I'm gonna need you to keep working for me." In episode 108, Wiz mentioned that Frieza could wish with the Super Dragon Balls to kill a god. So we know that Wiz is a very wise character, but he is not always correct when guessing either the identity or true motive of someone. For example, during the Goku Black arc, Wiz thought that Goku Black was a fake. Wiz thought that Zamasu used the Super Dragon Balls to wish for an evil copy of Goku, and that same Zamasu waited a year to reuse the Super Dragon Balls to wish for immortality, which was his conclusion at the time. But we later found out that Zamasu actually used the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and later traveled to the future to have future Zamasu make a wish to be immortal. So Wiz was close to guessing, but not spot on. I do not believe that Frieza will use the Super Dragon Balls to wish to kill a god or gods, especially since Frieza mentioned in episode 112 after defeating Kaba that he will use the Super Dragon Balls to control all the gods. So what does that mean? Will Frieza want to do something similar to Zamasu where he switches bodies with Goku, or in Frieza's case, choose the most powerful character known in the show, one of the two Zenos? Well, the likelihood of that happening would be slim to none, since he would have to know the language of the gods to grant that type of wish, or would need the Grand Priest to agree. But if the Grand Priest is truly evil and wants to get rid of those two Zenos, then it could be a scheme he would approve. But I do not think that will happen. So if Frieza does not wish to switch bodies with a character, because let's be real, Frieza is very prideful of himself, what else could he wish for that would allow him to control the gods and remain in his body? Well, could he wish to be a god of destruction, and would that actually grant him enough power? Not quite, my friend. But what are all the gods of destruction afraid of? What did we see in the show that Frieza was very interested in? And I'll give you guys a hint, it was in episode 110. Well, you may have guessed it already, so I'll give you the answer. My theory is that Frieza's wish would be to ask the dragon to grant him an ability. It was never stated in the show that a character cannot wish for an ability. So if the Super Dragon Balls are truly limitless, then I believe it could be a major possibility, and I could see the Grand Priest allowing him to make this type of wish, assuming Frieza learned from his past mistake on needing to know the language of the Dragon Ball creators. So, I believe that Frieza's wish could be to have full control and be able to master Ultra Instinct. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Fully mastering Ultra Instinct will help Frieza to be more powerful than the Gods of Destruction, but not stronger than the Angels and Zenos. This is true, but on the other hand, Frieza's goals are more long-term than short-term. In episode 99, after the Zenos erased Universe 9, he stated, "One day, I promise I shall reign over you," while looking at the two Zenos, angrily. He is not impatient like Zamasu, where he could not wait a whole year for the Super Dragon Balls to reappear. Zamasu instead killed Gowasu so that he could use the time rings to travel 1 year in the future to switch bodies with Goku and kill his family. Frieza, on the other hand, was patient enough to train for 4 months to obtain golden form when he was resurrected. And in episode 93, when Goku went to Hell to recruit Frieza, Frieza mentioned that he could get a lot stronger. So Frieza is a prodigy and can get ridiculously strong when he trains. My thoughts are that Frieza plans to use the Super Dragon Balls to wish for mastery of Ultra Instinct, then use the Earth Dragon Balls to wish his life back even though he doesn't know that Goku is playing him, or if Goku forgot he is playing him. After having both his life and Ultra Instinct fully mastered, he will then train until he is able to challenge Daishinkan and possibly plot in taking over the two Zenos or manipulating them. I believe that this is Frieza's plan, but I do not think it will happen this way, since the Earth Dragon cannot wish his life back. During episode 19 of the Resurrection F arc, Frieza's goons could not locate New Namek, so we know that he does not know where the Namekian Dragon Balls are. So in this scenario, we know Frieza is screwed, unless if the Toei writers forget that the Earth Dragon cannot resurrect the same person twice. Okay guys, I'll stop with the Toei writers forgetting things joke. Anyway, there is still one last possibility. There is one last possibility to how Frieza's scheme could actually work. What if Frieza finds another way to resurrect himself other than the Earth Dragon Balls? In episode 95, when Frieza spoke to Sidra and Ro over their minions communicator, Frieza asked to bargain. Frieza said, "If you pick me and resurrect me, I promise to perform well in the Tournament of Power." So when the Earth Dragon refuses Frieza's wish to resurrect him, assuming only Universe 1, 5, 8, 12, and 7 are the only ones left after the Tournament of Power, Frieza can ask the dragon to take him to one of the 4 universes that has the ability to resurrect him, like Universe 9 had the potential to. This would give Frieza another chance to manipulate or threaten one of the Gods of Destruction with his new mastered Ultra Instinct ability, and as a result, successfully resurrect himself and be a major threat and villain once again. We do know that Frieza is a master schemer, and we know one thing for sure about Frieza, and that is the Toei writers brought Frieza back in the show for a reason, and I don't think it was just for him to replace Boo. And on top of that, we all know that anything can happen in Super. But either way, let me know what you guys think about Frieza's scheme. Do you think that Frieza's wish with the Super Dragon Balls is to learn and master Ultra Instinct? And will he get to resurrect himself by having the Earth Dragon take him to one of the other 4 universes where he can get a chance to manipulate the other gods in resurrecting him? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below, and if you have not done so already, please remember to subscribe so that way I can keep creating more awesome theories. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.